Is this working? Yes, it is. Okay, good. Alrighty. Just getting a couple things set up here before I get going. Oop, I got to turn the volume down. There we go. Cool. So taking the advice of, I believe it was you, Mike, to do the vertical lives now. There was a sharp increase in the amount of viewers, new viewers specifically, the last time I did it. I don't know why that is. I guess most people just watch on their phone upright. I don't know. I think backwards on a lot of things. I'd rather watch something. Oh shit, my battery's gonna die today. I never charged the battery pack. Whatever. It's all good. Yeah. Excuse me. It's an early one today. Don't usually get rolling this early, but Patriots game at 1. Can't miss my Patriots. And then after that, I got stuff to do. So today is going to be an early one. I just got to find the pieces I want to use for the project I want to do. And what's funny is I saw this on Pinterest, I believe. And then I happened to be scrolling through a couple things, and I think Bearded Viking did a video. Maybe it was Jasco. Basically the same concept, the same idea. I'm going to see if I can make it a little bit different. But we're going to need some bigger, flatter pieces today. And let's see what we got in the scrap pile. I've got some cedar that would work perfectly. Actually, that may be what I use for this. I wanted some walnut. I don't think I have any scrap walnut that's flat anymore. Yeah, I don't know that I do. I'm gonna dig through this here. Some pine chunks. I'm gonna turn into something. I don't know yet. Pine 4x4. Not gonna be using that today. It might be. Let's look there. Throws my life into doom scroll. Yeah, I get it. Prepping for it. Yeah, I know. I mean, I need to make another video too. I enjoy the lives more, honestly, because I hate editing. That's the worst part about the video making process. It's not so much the actual like shooting video; it's the editing afterwards. It's so time consuming. You know, I should teach my kids how to do it, and then they can be my video editors. Oh, what do we have back here? I don't remember. It's more cedar. What's this? That is that walnut or is that cedar? I'll have to cut that fresh. Not sure. That is old oak board, I think. Not sure what that one is. What's back there? Ah, come on. Get out of there. That's walnut there. That's definitely walnut right there. So that might be the piece I use. Once that cleans up, I'm gonna have to plane that though. I need a joiner bad. Hey, what's up, 10X? Welcome to the live this morning. Yeah, so if you're new to this, which I don't recognize the name, so I think you are, I'm going to be making something out of some scrap wood that I've got here. And then once it's all done, I'll do a little spinny spin on Wheel of Names and give it away. Send it off to a lucky viewer. It's a fun time. It's a fun hang. We get to make something. I like to collaborate with viewers and kind of bounce ideas and things and troubleshoot. Nothing ever goes as planned, but this is really kind of an unplanned thing anyway. It's more just, hey, let's grab some crap out of the scrap pile and see what we can turn it into and get rid of some of the scrap wood. Turn it into something useful. So, I've got some walnut. I've got some cedar. The walnut would be a lot of work, though. I think we're going to go with the cedar. This cedar's been planed down. So this should be mostly flat. I don't need a lot. I might even have to try to resaw it on the bands. No, that's not going to happen. Set that aside. That looks like a good piece. I've got dowel over there, so I'm going to need some of that. Ooh, this is pecan. Oh, pecan is so rough, though. Oh, what do we got up here? Nope. None of that stuff I want to use right now. A little bit of oak. Do I have enough of that oak left? The red oak would be kind of cool for this. Yeah, that red oak. I think that might work. Oh, shit. And a BB gun. Okay. Yeah, this oak board. So I cut out a set of dolphins out of this at one point. Actually, I think I still have that. Oh, maybe not that big one. I know I've got this one here. Well, welcome, shooters. I appreciate you stopping by. First-time viewer. So yeah, my dolphins, my warfare insignia from the Navy. This one is walnut. It's dusty. It's dirty. But when I got my CNC, it was one of the first things I did. This is a file I bought, I think. I did another one. I did a 3D scan of my dolphins. Didn't come out nearly as nice. I've 3D printed them. I've done a couple different things. But anyway, really like it. I still have that file, I hope. Installment 1 on the lathe build. Oh, you're building a lathe. All right, cool. Make installment 1 on the lathe build, and maybe just make the candy dish. Oh, candy dish, cool. Yeah. Yeah, my wife had sent me a couple things that I could do. I mean, if I had a lathe, it would be easier, but I can do it on the CNC, I think. Maybe I'll do that. Like, not today, but coming up soon. Fuck, I look at that CNC table. I just go, God, I got to clean that up. So much crap everywhere. All right. So the part I'm going to need help with today, the fun part is, so I'm sure you guys have seen Christmas trees. Actually, lots of old dust on that bad boy right there. Hey, how's it going, Grayson? Can't do something, so it's going to nice. Welcome, everybody. So where is my pencil? There we go. I need to turn the light on too. I always forget to do that. My shop is a mess. My mind is a mess. We're still going to accomplish something, even though everything's a mess. I got some scrap over here I can play with. Yeah. So the general idea of this is, again, I think it was Bearded Viking that just did a video. So you see these things. There's a, some kind of base with a couple of triangles at really extreme angles, probably like 25, 30 degrees, right? Maybe a candle, a notch for a candle down there. But what I wanted to do was incorporate not just that, and maybe have more than one because this bay is going to have to be kind of big. But do, and hopefully this shows up in video. I have no idea. It's not. Hold on. Let me grab a pen. Something darker. Oh, I have a Sharpie right there. All right, let's try this again. So we got our triangles on some dowels on a board with some kind of opening there for candle. But I want to do, because I really like the look of these things, where it's got the cutout for an ornament, right? Do a couple of those in these spots here. So kind of incorporating two different, shoot, I keep moving my camera, two different things into one. Maybe even take the cutouts for another piece of scrap, and instead of just having a bunch of trees there, could have one or two trees and a snowman, perhaps. Just some kind of winter Christmassy scene. It's already that season because Lowe's and Walmart have already put that stuff out. So it's already that season. So that's kind of the general idea of what we're making tonight. Or this morning. I'm sorry, not tonight. I'm usually doing this later on. So I've got this oak here, which I'm 95% sure is fairly flat. And then I've got that piece of cedar that's fairly flat. Yeah. So one of those could be my base, the other one the trees. I think this, oh, actually I could do the base out of this side of the oak there. It's a nice light color. And then the cedar for the trees, I think it might be a good contrast. I thought I had a chunk of walnut that I'd be able to use. I don't want to have to plane this piece down. That's just a lot of time that I don't want to spend today. And really, I need to throw that on the CNC. Planing it is not going to do it. It would be going against the grain, and I don't know how well that would work. So we'll throw that back in the scrap box. All right, let me clean up some of this area here. And while I do that, I'll chat about yesterday, which was band competition day. That's why I'm doing this on a Sunday instead of a Saturday. And let me tell you, I'm so proud of those kids. They went from, it's been rough all season, we'll put it that way. Lot of issues with tempo and you know, a lot of things have been changed around. Trying to find the right balance for the season about what's going to work, what's not going to work. And at first it seemed that, you know, they had the right, is that going to work? Ooh. I might be making my post out of something else. I don't have a dowel small enough. I might actually in the drawer. Anywho, yeah, just find the right balance to find out what's working, what's not working. And anyway, they got it put all together yesterday after having a practice in the morning before the competition, because their normal Thursday practice kind of got canceled because of something. I don't remember what, maybe it was Tuesday. Anyway, one of the days this week that they were supposed to practice, they weren't able to because there was something else going on at the school. But yeah, they had a hell of a performance yesterday. It was their best one yet, that's for sure. And you know, they didn't. This band competition, a lot of band competitions, they give out awards for first, second, and third place in each class. This one was just first place, and it was very obvious after about the third or fourth award that it was basically just one school that was going to take everything. but the band director, he got the scores and let everybody know that they were only 0.2 of a point away from first place, and they ended up second overall, which is crazy because the two other schools in their division won all the first place awards, but they were straight up second place in every single category, which for this season is absolutely incredible. Hey, what's up, VLC? Welcome. Yeah, so the kids had a great competition. It was close by too, which is nice. Ooh, I could maybe even use this pine board too. That's scrap. Stream of consciousness going on here. All right, let's move this bad boy down. I'm gonna have to vacuum for a minute, Mike. I've got chips everywhere from building those Jesus tambourines, as I call them. I got so much shit everywhere. All right, I'm just gonna have to move stuff around, figure out what's underneath this pile of stuff. The Jesus tambourines worked out really well, though. I don't know if any of you were on the live on Tuesday or Wednesday when I made those, but those turned out really, really well. I made the prototype on Wednesday. Thursday, I had the day off because I had to take my daughter to an appointment, and after the appointment, I had about 3 hours to finish them all up and decorate them and everything else. 45 degrees is wonderful. Maybe not at 7 o'clock in the morning? 8 o'clock in the morning, Texas. All right, I'm probably going to knock stuff over. Hold on. I'm going to move a couple things around, get this vacuum out. With this, man, this dust deputy is complete bullshit, by the way. Don't buy one. It is not, like, I'm still getting a bunch of crap inside of my shop vac. Well, I shouldn't be. How am I going to plug this in? All right, I'll do it over there. Ugh. No bueno. Hey, what's up, Raja? No bueno. Hispanic answers are tropical people. Yeah. So, my wife is Australian, and not only is Australia a pretty hot place, most of the country, but you know, in her house growing up, they didn't have air conditioning. She had a box fan in the window. That was about it. And let me tell you, it gets freaking hot there. Well, she gets here to the United States, discovers this thing called central AC, and has never looked back. Yeah, if I could install a walk-in freezer in our bedroom, she would be quite happy. There's something really satisfying about vacuuming, especially vacuuming just this massive chips like this. And the breaker pot. Or the, this fucking thing. I need to change out this. I hate that thing. All right, that's good enough for now. I can work with this. I can put a couple things away and then get rolling. That's CNC. There's clamps that I don't need. Punch. Square. Wooden spoon that I need to engrave one of these days. That's clamp is for that bad boy there. All right, we're gonna get rolling here in just a moment. Fuck it, that side's fine. That. That goes up there. That goes up there. All right. We'll get to cutting here in just a moment. Negative piss off Celsius. I like that. I'll have to tell my wife that one. Let's see, put that away. Put that with the CNC clamps. I'll clamp back up later. Not spending the time doing that now. And then these guys here, I'm actually gonna put up here. All right, ready to go. How is your live not in reverse? No. I don't have the screen facing me because I can't stand words being backwards or anything being backwards. So I use the back camera, so that way everything comes out correct. But that also means that I can't really see when people comment anything unless I happen to come back to the screen and look at it. So that's just how I choose to do things. That's what I like. I am backwards from a lot of people on a lot of things. My wife makes that comment all the time. I have to do everything the hard way. But yeah. All right. So the happy trees I'm going to do in the cedar. The base I'm going to do in the oak. All right. So let's grab this piece of oak here and get as much of this as possible. And maybe I'll do the snowman out of pine. Oh, I've got to stop on there. Let's take that stop off. I'm not plugged in. Do that. Oh. And hearing protection. Cool. All right, so first things first, I'm going to salvage as much of this as possible. Yeah, we'll add that back to the scrap box. All right, I got to take out, I don't remember why I had tape on here. Oh, you know why? Because I used it to glue this down to the CNC table. That's what it was. And I never took it off because I was like, oh, this is just going in the scrap pile. Maybe on Wednesday, depending on what I have working, if I have anything that comes up, I might bust out the CNC. One of these days, I'm finally going to do that. Like, I'm going to clean the CNC table off. I'm going to do something. Yeah, you know what? I think I will, because I got some slabs I want to flatten. And that's something I can just kind of run in the background. Although it does get a little loud. But this microphone's pretty good at reducing background noise. At least that's what people have told me. Like, hey, you're running your saw, I can barely hear it. It's pretty cool. I'm like, all right, awesome. All right, so we got all that off. This will be our base. I don't need to do anything else to it just yet because I have no idea how big I want it to be. All right, I'll just sand that last bit of tape off. When it comes to that, if it comes to that, I might just cut that. All right, so that's that. Now let's grab our cedar. So this is the part I don't quite know how to do. Hey, thanks, VLC. So I need to make triangles at a really extreme angle. I know there's a way to do it with a jig. The math doesn't math in my head for some reason. So I know I can basically cut a piece at, say, a 45, and then I can put this on there and then cut this at, say, I don't know, a 15 degree, and that should give me 60. Maybe that's what I want. So I need a sacrificial piece. The pine will be good for that. So let's cut this pine at a 45. That'll be our start of our jig. I can get hung back up. Don't need these finished nails anymore. All right, so this doesn't have to be huge. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, here's that. So there's that. Now, if I set this to, actually, I'm going to use that pine again just so I can, let's set this to 15 degrees. Put that on there. Let's grab that piece of pine. And from the other side, so we're going to test this out, see how this goes. That's a little wonky. I kind of need that down further. So I end up cutting right down the middle there. Okay. Let's see what happens here. And then if I flip that, nope. I do it that way, nope. I want to cut. Do I need to open it up to 15 on the other side? Is that what I need to do? My brain's not braining. Let's get rid of all this crap here. Little bits and bobs. Man, freaking more shit. I don't know what to do with. Put stuff away. That goes up there. Oh, I was looking for that the other day. Let's go put that back with the table saw where it belongs. I don't know why I had it over here. Get rid of some of that. Get rid of some of that. All right. So yeah, this is something I've seen other people do, but I've never tried myself. I'm trying to remember. I'll do that later. All right. So now if I open her up, actually, I don't even need to do that. If I do that, it's the same effect, right? And then, nope. What am I doing wrong? Definitely don't want to do that. That doesn't give me the cut I want. Is this it? Is this the cut I want? No. Am I even looking at the? I'm not even looking at the right side, for starters, because that gives me the same cut. Shit, what am I doing wrong? I want to make that triangle there. What am I doing wrong? I just do it like that. That's not what I want. Actually, maybe that is what I want. So I'm going to use that jig piece. Let's go and recut this. And then that way. Oh, there we go. I didn't even need a little jig thingy. Oh, wow, happy little tree. Happy little tree. Cool. And oh, I've already got some ideas for. I don't need to make this super huge to do the. Get rid of that stuff. Ah, I figured some things out. I work out things in the back of my head while I'm doing other things. Let's see here. All right. The cedar. So let's grab that cedar. That is not. I need to square that up first. Let's do that. Cool. Let's square that up. Okay. All right, now we have that done. Now we can set this back to our 15 degree. Cool. So we're going to cut a chunk off here. Flip it. Chunk there. Flip it again. Do chunk up there. All right, we got a couple happy little trees. Do one more? Why not? Why not? We'll just use this up. Maybe I should try some different angles. I've got this. It's got that nastiness in the bottom. Nah, screw it. All right, I'm gonna have a little pine one there. Got that 1, 2, 3. I can change the heights of those now. I will save that little bit of scrap. Okay. All right. Next, let's grab our base. Take a look at what we got here. So 1, 2, 3 trees. maybe different directions. A little spot for candle. Let's see what it looks like here. Yeah, not bad. But these I want, actually I'm going to leave these this size because now I can use the drill press to make the cutouts for the little let me flatten the bases. It's a little rough there. Actually, no, I can leave that. It's not, they're not sitting anywhere. Because I'm going to put thing in there. Cool. So I need the drill press again. Let's grab that. Okay. Set that back. And then figure out where I'm going to put these holes. Grab the drill press. It's French for the drill press. Oh, there we go. Okay. I'm going to have to do a sacrificial piece again, just like I did the other day. Because I got to go all the way through with that, with a bigger Forstner bit. Yep. I'll take this guy off right now. Ow. Now, take that out. I'll grab my Forstner bits. Shit. Which are over yonder. Ugh. And figure out how big the holes should be. So I'm thinking 1.5 inch. 1.5 inch hole there. One over here. A couple random spots. Yeah, should work. In theory. See how it goes. I'm going to have to clamp this though. That's the important thing. All right. Oh, this bit is nasty though. I don't know how well it's going to cut. What else do I have? 1 5/8. It's a little bit bigger. It's a lot cleaner. We'll go with that. 1 5/8. Making it up as we go on the fly. Sacrificial board. Aha! Right there. Okay, so I need those clamps again that I put away. That's why I don't put things away. Okay, there's one. There's one. Okay. Clamp this bad boy down. Oh, shit, wrong way. I'm thinking reverse. I will move the camera in a second. See that it's not really pointing where it needs to be. Boop. There we go. So clamp that bad boy down. Here. Come on. That should work. Should be able to get it there. There we go. All right, that should be enough room to work. The bit. I'm going the wrong way. I always do. With the chuck. All right, there's that. We are going to give her some power. And figure out where the table needs to be so it goes the right depth. I know there's a stop thing on the other side, but it's kind of a pain to work with. I didn't change the height of it. This should be all right. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to put one. I want like 80% of that hole. Okay, so I need to clamp that down. Where's my quick clamp? I just had it. There we go. Probably need 2 of these bad boys. Just to make sure. Okay, there's one. Yeah, that can still wiggle a little bit. Let's grab another one. I've had a lot of coffee today. I am very energetic. All right. That's a little bit better. All right, let's see what happens. Okay. Chip that at the bottom. Okay, still got to go a little bit more. All right. Cool. Did what I wanted it to do. That's cool. So far, so good. Let's do another one. Put another hole into this thing. Get about 80%, 75 to 80% of the. That's not going to work. Yeah, right in the way of the safety switch. The ON/OFF switch. All right, that should be fine. Let's take it slow. I don't really need to lift it for any kind of chip evacuation because it's got the hole on the side, but it's just what I do. That's my normal, that's what I'm used to. I did it again. God dang it. Why is it doing that? Come on. All right. Why is it getting stuck? That's interesting. Like that last little bit of, like the chips are getting stuck. Okay, there we go. Just doesn't want to break through. Okay. Let's line that up again. That's where it lines up. Interesting. Never had that happen before. And then we'll put one right there. Sure, why not? This one I can clamp over here. And then right here. Before I break through, I'm going to move all these chips. See if I can't bust through without it stopping on me this time. Okay. Did I get it? Nope, there's still a sliver left. Okay. Interesting. Did it just leave it? Cut around it? Must have. Yeah, it did. Okay. It just left that little disc there. That's so weird. Like, that's hot too. But it's like, it's folded? Huh. I've never had that happen before. Not that I've done a ton of work with the drill press. It must be like sinking down into that little bit right there. Okay, cool. So there's one happy little tree. Time to do two more. All right, this one. A little slightly. I want to vary them up a little bit. Like, I don't want it to be cookie cutter. Because that's no fun. Variety is way more fun. Busted through that time. No problem. I have to vacuum all this. Okay. There's one. Put one right here. Why not? See if we can rotate that back so I can flip it and do it that side. So I can get a good clamp on there. Yeah, that'll move. Clamp that side too. Okay. I'm just doing the 2 for this one. I'm just doing 2 trees because I want to do a snowman. So, got 2 trees. Now they ended up almost the exact same spot. Okay, cool. Little variety there. All right, so I got those 2. Now, I need a hole saw. I have a whole new hole saw kit. So, put these off to the side for the moment. And where did I put that hole saw kit? Don't know. What did I do with that? One moment. Oh, what is going inside my house right now? People are yelling. Don't know why. I don't know what I did to that hole saw kit. The hell did I set it down? All right, not going to worry about that right now because what I do need to do is the dowels. That's what I need to figure out at the moment. Do I have small enough dowels to fit inside of there? I thought I had a little package of dowels from the dollar store. Maybe I don't. All right, so that's something I'm going to have to do before I send this off. This won't be completely done today. None of my projects ever are. But I do need to put for the base, the candle holder. Sand that side. So I'm going to put that off. Yeah. Actually, I think I'll do 2 candles in this. Is that the right size? I think this is a little large. I have candles right here. Actually, I could use one of my happy little trees to figure that out. That won't be bad. I don't need to change that out. A little bit of wiggle room in there. It doesn't need to be super tight. And I'm too lazy to change that out. And that bit that I have for this is really dull. And I'm going through pecan, so red apple. Okay. Yep, hold the candle just fine. Cool. I'm going to do 2. I just think it'll look cool. That. Maybe do a 3rd. Yeah, I think 2 will be fine. All right, and I've decided I'm not even going to put holes in the bottom of these trees. I'm going to glue them straight to the base. Hey, that's cool, Mike. It's all good. I'm just doing my thing, man. I think I'm just going to glue these straight to the base instead of trying to dowel them. But speaking of dowels, I've got where'd it go? I've got some extra of this stuff here. That'll work if I cut it in slivers. That'll work as like little ornaments to throw in there. How I'm going to get them to stay in there, no idea. And that's a tight space to work in to do really much of anything. Or I can use a smaller dowel. So a smaller dowel, or maybe a variety of them, and then just paint those. Some big dowels. What's the right plan for that? I need to ask my wife. She's the one that knows. I'm going to step out for just a second. I'm going to take the mic off. You don't need to hear what's going on in there. All right, the wife says the little dowel. Little dowels it is. For the ornaments. You guys probably didn't even hear that because I didn't have the microphone on. Sorry about that. Just checking on something real quick. I've started designing t-shirts. That's a new thing I'm doing now. Because print on demand is a pretty easy way for some, hopefully, passive income. And I need to. Sorry, I gotta check on a band thing real quick. All right, cool. People are filling this out. They're figuring it out. I like it. Shit. All right, back to it. So I'm trying to coordinate a sign-up list for an awards night banquet. People are signing up good. They've figured it out. All right. Oh, the puppy's going for RIDE.
You can't be in here all day. We need help in the house.
I'm going to be in here till 4:30 when the Patriots game ends.
We need to get the house clean. We need your help in that.
I'm watching the Patriots game. All right, so there's that. I'm going to glue those down, clamp them, and then shit. Well, I guess my life has been canceled because now I got to go do crap so I can watch my game. But all I have left to do is cut the ornaments, figure out how to hang them. So I'll do that. And yeah. So a short live today. I apologize. Let's see who wins. Let's see who wins this bad boy. Set this up over here. All right. Who has been in the chat today? Who came by? 4 people are watching. All right. Happy wife. Exactly. So we. Hold on, I gotta go grab something for the wife. One moment. Okay, here we go. So, who we got today? Keith didn't show up. That's like a first. So we've got Mike. We've got VLC, Raja. Who else? Raja, Mike, VLC, Grayson, 10X. Sure. Grayson, 10X. If you don't comment, I don't know you're there. I can't add you to this. So we're going to go ahead and see who wins this today. And spin it. I'll get this finished up this week. This is an easy one. That looks like VLC. Hey, congratulations. I will get this sent out to you sometime this week. As soon as I get it cleaned up, popped together, and just shoot me an email, makersmurphy@gmail.com, and get me your address, and I will send that to you. So thanks, guys, for watching. Sorry this is a short one, but you know, I got stuff I need to do, responsibilities and all that stuff. Yeah, I'll see you guys on Wednesday and next Saturday. Next Saturday, I'll be able to do the actual Scrapturday because we don't have band competition. Don't have our last one is on the 1st, so next weekend I got free Saturday. We'll figure out something else to make. So, hey, thanks for hanging out, even though it was short today, and I'll see you on the next one. In the meantime, oh, geez, this is all funky. There we go. In the meantime, go make something.